Hi guys, and welcome to this guided tour of Strong Pregnancy. I can't seem to get my camera to work, so I guess we'll just do it without. This is what you'll see when you enroll in the program. This is the view that you'll get with all of the curriculum listed here. So what I want to do is just take you quickly through everything that's in the program, and then we'll go back through in a little bit more detail after that. So as you can see here, there's a welcome section with instructions. Then there's your core basic course, everything you need to know about safeguarding your core and your pelvic floor, your abdominal muscles and your pelvic floor during pregnancy, and the sorts of things that you'll need to change. And you can actually sign up for this course for free. The link's just below the video. And then you have each trimester, we have a little section on the considerations for that trimester, kind of the stuff that you need to know specifically for that trimester, because pregnancy is not static. It's not like once you get pregnant, then all of the guidelines suddenly change and they stay exactly the same and they're static throughout pregnancy. They change as your body changes, as you have anatomical and physiological changes happening in your body. So each trimester, you'll find this. At the beginning, there are considerations, modifications, and also goals. And sometimes I'll go into a little bit more depth with the science for those of you who want to watch it. Now, none of this is obligatory, but most women want to know this kind of stuff. Then we go into the actual program, which is broken up into the trimesters, and each trimester is broken up into blocks. So they're sort of 4 to 6 week blocks that roughly correspond to the months of pregnancy. And you get a specific workout written for that block of pregnancy, for that 4 to 6 week block. So we have our first trimester block here, and then we go into the second trimester considerations, and then we go into the second trimester blocks. So weeks 14 to 17, weeks 18 to 22, weeks 23 to 28, and then we go into our third trimester and everything you need to know there. And there's a troubleshooting section at the end. There's a little bit about what to do postpartum. And here we go. There's the second block of the third trimester. So just to go into a little bit more detail in some of these areas. I mean, this is all pretty self-explanatory. It just explains to you how to use this course and a little bit about an overview of kind of pregnancy physiology and what you need to know. I think you can preview a lot of this stuff through the sales page if you want to have a look. I do want this information to be available. This sort of isn't a secret. It's well documented information about pregnancy exercise, and of course you can get sort of the recommended equipment and all of that here. Now, the core basics course, again, you can sign up for this part of the course for free. I want this information to be available to help you navigate the changes during pregnancy. We talk about keeping your pelvic floor strong, but also keeping your pelvic floor relaxed and learning how to relax it and let it go and not having a too tight pelvic floor. We talk about preventing diastasis recti during your pregnancy, how much weight is safe to lift, how much weight is recommended to lift. We go through some breathing techniques, bulging, and what that looks like and what it means. Or what we think it means, alignment and posture, toilet habits, which might be surprising, but a really useful tip, and then guidelines for running. And there's also a bonus section on pregnancy weight gain. I find that a lot of women get really worked up about this. And so I just kind of throw my 2 cents worth in there. Each of these is, if we just click into one of them, there's text for you to read, and there's also a video. So, you can go through those at your own pace. if you join the program, you'll be sent one of these each week. So you can just spend 10 minutes learning about something that's relevant to this stage of pregnancy, or you can go through the whole Core Basics program, as I said, for free with the link just below the video. Then as we go into the first trimester, we have considerations for the first trimester. This is mostly just text, just going through some of the things you're going to have to change, some of the things you're going to have to take into consideration. And then when we go into the workouts, this is each block is going to have the same basic structure. So you're going to have this suggested program, which is written out like this. And what you can do if you want to add more cardio in. And then you're going to have a workout tracker that's going to show you kind of a suggested way of going about the program, and then a place for you to track your workouts throughout that block. So this is a week 8 to 13 block. So print this up and then you can track your workouts as you go along. And then we have a beginner's strength program. These are 30-minute strength workouts with a warm-up. They're follow-along videos to help you if you're not used to doing strength training or lifting weights. This is a great place to start. And then we have the intermediate strength program. So this is for those of you who are already lifting weights, who are quite confident about lifting weights, but want a structured program for pregnancy. And this is, you'll get both a Google Doc and this PDF to print up. There are links to all of the techniques. So, there's all the instruction that you need there. And then you track the same workout over that block that 4 to 6 week block of pregnancy. And this is it's all stuff that you can do at home. The beginners and the intermediate programs, all stuff you can do at home with just dumbbells and bands. You'll notice in this first trimester, there's actually an advanced gym program. So this has things like barbells and kettlebells in it. So it's a little bit more advanced. There's more advanced movements. I haven't actually finished this for the whole program. I only have this available for the first trimester. I didn't finish everything I wanted before the end of my pregnancy. I'm actually giving birth in a couple of days now. So this will all get done. The rest, if you really want a gym program, this is all going to happen in a few months' time when I'm ready postpartum. Then we have mobility, core, and conditioning, right? Which is cardio, like aerobic training. Okay. So these are all follow along workouts. They're all about 10 to 15 minutes long. The idea is also that the mobility and the core workouts are quite low intensity. They're just nice to move. They're not really, really, really intense. Whereas the strength and the conditioning workouts are higher intensity. So you have that mixture in your week of higher and lower intensity stuff. If you feel like shit, you can just do the mobility and core. And when you're feeling better, you can jump back in on the strength program. But there's always something that you can do. And these 4 elements, the strength, mobility, core, and conditioning, you're going to see throughout the whole program. So then we go to the second trimester, considerations. They start to change. You start to have a belly. Sometimes you start to have hip pain or back pain, different considerations for the pelvic floor. So that's all there. As your body starts to change, the relevant information is there for you. So you don't have to learn it all at the beginning. It may also be that certain elements are more important to you than others. And so you can deep dive into whatever bits are important to you. Then when we get to the second trimester, we have exactly the same setup. Suggested program, strength for beginners, strength for intermediate. There are some more strength instructions if you're jumping in at the program during this block. Mobility, core, and conditioning. And we have that for weeks 14 to 17, then for weeks 18 to 22, the exact same layout, and then for weeks 23 to 28. And all of the modifications are built in. So like I said, there are explanatory videos that go through all the modifications and explain to you what modifications and why we're making them. But those modifications are built into the program, so you don't have to worry about that. Then we get to the third trimester. Again, exact same layout. We get to that final 35 plus week block, and currently I only have a strength program, a very basic strength program for all of you from that point onwards, purely because I didn't have time to finish everything during my pregnancy. As I said, I'm giving birth in a couple of days, so that's also why I have a 10% discount going out to everyone at the moment. You can sign up for the program, whether it's the monthly subscription or the lifetime subscription, and you will have that 10% discount for as long as you're on the program. And that's because these little bits at the end aren't quite finished off. Like I said, just because I didn't have time to do it. You'll still have, while I'm on maternity leave, you'll still have support from me and all the help you need from me. There just isn't, that's all of the same structure from weeks 35 onwards. But up until that point, up until week 34, the full strength, mobility, core and conditioning program. I'll hopefully very soon be adding in a troubleshooting section with what to do if you have hip pain, or if you have pelvic organ prolapse, or if you're struggling with different things. And I'll be adding to this program over the next few months. And any questions you have, you can obviously get in touch with me. You can do that through our Facebook group, which I'll show you over here. This is our group for members, and this is where I'll update everyone on new videos going out, on updates to the program. This is where you can ask me questions, although of course you can send me an email. You can get in touch with me any way that you want. So that's pretty much it. That is Strong Pregnancy. That's quite a long overview of exactly what's in the program, exactly what you get. So you can sign up below. I really hope to see you on the inside and for you to train with us throughout your pregnancy.